The last registration that was done, that's the argument of the ministry, that some people use fraudulent national ID cards to register their SIM cards. That should not mean that all 32 million active SIM card holders in Ghana today, or all 32 million active SIM card, the holders must go through a re-registration. Identify those whose cards are fraudulent, because you can do that using the Ghana card registration database, the NIA database. You can do that using the EC voter database. Do that using the SNITS database, and do that using the DVLA database. These are, and even the National Health Insurance, these are all biometric databases that we are synchronizing in the country. So you can do a cleanup of that data.
So this is what Honorable Sam George, Minister for Communication, yes, the Ningo Pampram MP, said some 4 years ago. And now he's saying a different thing. So as a Ghanaian, you all bear with me that these politicians sometimes play with our minds. I can't forget say so as far as you are my opposition, whatever you does or whatever you want to bring on board shouldn't be accepted by me. I should condemn it. But if it's my turn, I have the right and the audacity to do the same thing that I was condemning during your tenure. So this is Sam George now explaining how and why we need to sit in our homes and re-register our SIM cards.
When Kofi tries to register that number, we will send an OTP to Kofi's primary number, which we have verified, to be sure that it is Kofi who is doing that registration. Because if someone picks your Ghana card and tries to register, because your Ghana card is now linked to your SIM card, it will send the OTP automatically to that number. So that person will not be able to register. So the issue of ghost SIMs will now be reduced or completely removed. Now, you download the app. When you download the app asks you, and you can use either the app or USSD. It asks you to enter your Ghana card number. Once you enter your Ghana card number, in real time, it pulls up the biometrics against the NIA database. And then once you're using the app, it will ask you to do a liveliness test. And for those of you who use modern day banking, when you buy a new phone, your face is scanned by your phone with your camera. It will tell you to turn your face, turn it around, and that's the same thing you're going to do. It's just going to ask you to verify your face. It will take the contours of your face, match it in real time against what the NIA holds.
I see.
Once that is matched, it allows you to register the SIM that you are talking, the SIM that is in your device. Then it makes you choose that SIM, or whichever SIM it is, the first one, as your primary number. You lock that in as your primary number, and what we do at the back end is we register that SIM and also register the device on which that registration has been done. We pull the IMEI and match both together. So now we've matched your SIM card, your Ghana card, and your phone IMEI in one device. That's complete. Now with the CEIR, the Central Equipment Identity Register that we're building, and linking the IMEIs to the SIM, when your number is reported, don't forget that SIM has been linked to an IMEI of a device. That device is blocked. It then means that to use if you go and get a new SIM, you need a new phone, because now your phone has become a piece of plastic. We will block it across all the networks, because today, even if we decided to even block it, there was no way to block it across all networks. So people just migrate from one network to another to commit the fraud. Now we can block you across all SIM. So your device and the SIM increases the cost for the fraudster. It means he needs to find some 2,000-3,000 to buy a new phone. Now beyond that, because we have your Ghana card,
it doesn't eliminate mobile money fraud completely.
It raises the bar. But then beyond that, if a number linked to a Ghana card is found to have a second report, so for example, the person has registered 2 SIMs on that Ghana card. The first one is flagged in Momo fraud. We block it. He uses the second number. Once we have a second one, now if we block your Ghana card, it means that you cannot access any other service in the country with a Ghana card. Don't forget, your Ghana card is now your TIN number.
Unless you report yourself.
You have to report yourself to the police. You cannot get your health insurance renewed. You cannot get your driver's license renewed. You can't access your banking. So for anybody engaged in mobile money fraud, what we are doing is making it a very expensive venture that ultimately, when your Ghana card is blocked, because now we've done the direct verification and our systems are speaking, once we flag you and block you on our NCA system, the NIA does same to you, you are deprived of accessing any government services across the whole spectrum. That becomes a deterrent.
So on this particular show that he was talking, he wasn't alone. there was an MPP communicator by the name Akosua Manu, and Akosua Manu did it politically for him. She showed him that karma is real. She reminded her of the kind of harsh words, the treatment, the radio-to-radio rant that he made about the re-registration SIM during the tenure of Esla Owusu, who was then the communication minister for the NPP and Ghana as a whole.
It goes on. We're not talking about inactive SIMs. We're talking about even active SIMs and being able to identify who is using the active SIM. Okay. So you're talking about two different things here.
So now you want to cure fraud. You want to cure fraud majorly. That's your concern. Is that what it is? Because the justification for a re-registration exercise, for me, is not convincing enough.
Okay.
There are ways to cure this. It's not necessarily going through, forget, how do you call it, young kids and facial recognition and all that. You can throw that away. But going through that tedious process,
okay,
it's not tenable. To me, it's not convincing for me. Because the process, the hard work that had to be done, he opposed it. The work that he has to do is easier than what we did. So he should find a way to cure it.
Right.
Yes. And not necessarily putting everybody through a whole process again. I'm not convinced
that the process will be seamless.
No, I'm not convinced that we need a re-registration exercise.
Okay.
I'm not. Because if I'm thinking about Sam George 4 years ago and Esther making this case, he would have gone ape, forget the word, but you know the American expression. He would have lost it and jump from station to station and be firing on his social media with lion images. We've moved. The person who you said couldn't achieve it has made sure that we have a single source document, which is so powerful, it makes work easier. So find a way. You are young enough, you are smart enough, find a way. At least you know that when it comes to creating chaos, you are good at it. But find a solution. You need to find a solution to this one. And it's not to include. I'm saying so because I'm saying so because you see,
you could have said this without necessarily.
Okay, I take it back. But when I sit here and I realize what Sam George put Esla through, he knows what he put Esla through. If I'm sitting here, I'm seeing what the few men in politics, when it gets to a certain level, the sort of vitriol and hate and whatever comes their way, and what he in particular puts her through. But again, she achieved something monumental. So do something without necessarily getting all of us monumental.
So Akosua Manu told Sam George that whatever goes around comes around, and she knows that what Honorable Sam George is good at is creating chaos. So he should therefore find a smart way to let Ghanaians to re-register their SIM cards than letting people do it on phone, because though Akufo-Addo brought free education and majority of the people are educated now, but not all of them, not all of the people in Ghana here can do the registration, the SIM registration through their phones. Kindly subscribe and be part of us. My name is Treasure Boy. Thank you.